On today's show, one Liberty Flame gets called up to the big leagues and Flames football competes for a home run crown.
Plus, meet a swimmer whose hard work is allowing her to shatter stereotypes and a father who's fighting a disease with his family by his side.
It all starts right now. This is Game On.
What's up? Welcome to Game On. We're excited to have you on board this week. As always, alongside Matt Warner, I'm Rhett McGibbon.
Yeah, we have an incredible show for you today. We here at Game On also received an incredible honor that we'll tell you about in just a bit. But first, we begin with a friend of the show, a Liberty baseball alum, reaching his ultimate goal.
That's right. It was only a month and a half ago we caught up with former Flames baseball player Ian Parmley. He was playing AAA ball at the time in his 6th season with the Blue Jays organization. But this past Friday, that would change everything. He would officially become Ian Parmley, big league ball player. The Blue Jays called him up prior to their series with the Kansas City Royals. He would get the starting nod in right field in his first game, making a couple of sparkling defensive plays in his debut while going 0-3 at the plate. At Liberty, Parmley was an all-conference performer who finished 6th all-time on the program's all-time stolen base list with 57. He was selected by the Jays in the 7th round of the 2012 MLB Draft. Parmley becomes just the 5th Liberty Flame to ever make it to the big leagues. Here's a look at all 5, beginning with Sid Bream in 1983. Lee Guterman would crack the bigs in 84, then Randy Tomlin in 1990. He and Bream were actually teammates on the Pirates that year. Then in 1995, Doug Brady played in parts of 12 games with the White Sox, and now, 22 years after that, Ian Parmley joins that exclusive fraternity. Congrats to Ian on fulfilling a lifelong dream. Also on Wednesday, it was announced that 2 Liberty athletes have been nominated the NCAA Women of the Year Award. The nominees are Serena Barr from the field hockey team and Holly Van Noord from soccer. They are 2 of the 229 athletes nominated for the award. The award recognizes graduating female athletes who distinguish themselves in academics, athletics, and service throughout their careers. The list of nominees will be whittled down to 10 finalists before the winner is announced on October 22nd.
Well, you've heard us talk a lot about Liberty football's move to the FBS, college football's top level. And I'm asked often, is Liberty ready for this? Can they compete with the big boys of college football? My answer is, of course, yes, in part because of the commitment from the school and the fan base, and in part because of the incredible facilities that the Flames have at their disposal, the newest of which officially opened for use this past week. The brand new $29 million indoor practice facility gives the Flames a building that rivals many Power 5 schools. It houses a full-size practice field and has a 70-foot ceiling clearance, which is perfect for when Rhett wants to go punt. It opened this past week, and for those Flames that are here throughout the summer months, offers a perfect place to get their work done away from the heat and humidity.
I'm ready to get in here and work. It's good for us so we can stay out of the heat, rain, whatever kind of weather that we can't practice outside. So it just gives us the opportunity that we don't have to stop practicing, just come in here and get to work.
You know, I'm anxious to get in here with pads on because I know we can make a lot of noise, you know, without being too loud. But it's a great atmosphere. It's a great, you know, sight. I'm glad we came along to make this happen. You know, just seeing it from being a grass field to being an actual building right here is amazing. And I thank God so much for us to be able to have this.
While many folks are using the summer to take vacations, a lot of Liberty athletes have remained right here on campus, using the time to get bigger, faster, stronger, and better at their chosen sport. That includes many football players, and while their days are mostly filled with work, they do find some time to have some fun. Recently, the offensive players held their first ever home run derby, and Matt was there to take it all in and take some hacks himself.
What's up? Game On out here for the Liberty Football Home Run Derby tonight. The entire offense out here, including my guy, wide receiver Marquise Fitzgerald. Marquise, you know what you're doing out here, man?
I mean, I sure hope so. Play a little bit of backyard softball, but I mean, other than that, I mean, I'm ready. My guys, they're ready.
Yeah, already the trash talk has started already. Who's the favorite? Is there one guy in particular that you think is going to be able to swing it out here?
I'm looking at B.J. Farrell, Mr. Lynchburg, to bring it home tonight.
The Prince of Lynchburg, B.J. Farrell. Who's going to embarrass themselves the most? That's the real question.
Well, the O-line.
The whole O-line. That's what we expect. All right, man, you ready to do this thing?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's get after it. Here we go. As the sun set over Lynchburg, the time came to put these finely tuned athletic machines to the test. First up, the offensive line. Built for battle in the trenches, not so much for hitting home runs. I'm not saying anything, but I'm thinking maybe Coach Bill needs to ramp it up a little bit. You know what I mean? In the weight room, right now, not showing a whole lot of pop. You don't want to rob the home runs in a home run derby.
It didn't take long, however, for guys to step up and set the tone for the evening. Quarterback Buckshot Calvert and wideouts BJ Farrow and DJ Stubbs launched some monster shots, turning the heat onto Marquise and myself. Then came our turn. Time to put up or shut up. Marquise gave a valiant effort, but came up empty in the end. As for me, I would smash one memorable shot off the scoreboard, but it wouldn't be enough to send me into the final round.
Matt was lacking a little bit of power, but I think his goal was to make sure he hit the ball right in the center, and he did that very well.
Marquise and I may not have advanced, but the derby was far from over. In the final round, it would be a wide receiver taking center stage as DJ Stubbs would put on a power display and take the title in the first annual Liberty Football Home Run Derby.
Bottom line, good time tonight. Next year, we'll be back. We have all year to train.
Yeah.
We come back next year, we give it another go.
Next year, I mean, a receiver took it home this year, so
That's right.
I mean, next year it's going to happen again.
As long as us receivers get the W, that's all we care about.
Yeah, that's it.
Thanks for the help, man.
Thank you.
All right.
A fun little piece, and Matt, I'm happy with Dot there. She gave you, like any good coach, she gave you a con, and then she gave you a pro to end you off with. But
True.
I was hoping you're going to snag that ball. You kind of caught it late.
I know.
And you had some
Well,
good
you know, you're
lessons.
talking to the camera,
Yeah.
you get a late read, poor jump, wasn't quite able to pull it down. But I'm telling you, some of those players can mash, and some of the coaches, Joe Daly, the offensive
Really?
coordinator, absolute bomb. So yeah, they could swing it. The offensive line, not so much. Some of the other guys could definitely swing
good
it.
to see.
It was a good time. All right, well, changing gears to swimming now. On Tuesday, sophomore Alicia Finnegan competed in the Phillips 66 National Championships in Indianapolis, and she would turn in one of the great performances in program history. Finnegan, competing in the 200 fly, posted a personal best time of 2 minutes, 10.74 seconds. That was more than 3 seconds faster than her previous best time and earned her a 10th place finish in the event. In the process, she recorded the highest ever finish for a Liberty swimmer at a national meet, and get this, even beat 2 members of Team USA. Now, the Liberty swimming and diving team succeeds in the pool, as you just saw, and apparently they're succeeding in the classroom as well. The program turned in a 3.60 GPA this past semester. That ranked 20th in the nation among Division I women's swimming teams, and is also the best in the young history of the Liberty program. Additionally, the College Swimming Coaches Association of America named 4 LU swimmers to its Scholar All-American team. Those individuals are Alicia Finnegan, Victoria Chokey, Rachel Hoovey, and Brittany Weiss. Congrats to each one of them.
All right, time to take a look now at a new line of stories here at Game On. We call Go International. For this athlete, it's all about the challenge. Easy is not in her vocabulary. The challenge is exactly what drives her as she looks to push the limit in every aspect of her life.
Hi, I'm Danielle. I was originally born in Jamaica. My family relocated when I was 7, and we've been living in the Cayman Islands ever since. We're close to America, so it's probably not as different as somebody who's from Australia or like Europe or something like that, but there are definitely a few cultural differences here. Morning. I don't get to go back home often. Usually for the summer we get like 4 or 5 weeks off, but this summer I'm actually not going back home. Being here in the summer sometimes gets lonely. It was harder my freshman year. Now that it's been 3 years, I've gotten a little bit better and accustomed to being on my own. I like to connect with God when I just have some time alone. So when all my roommates are out of the apartment and I just kind of have like the space to myself, like I'll make a cup of coffee, kind of bundle up on the couch or something, just spend some time in his presence, just like in his word, just to recharge and refresh for the day. My faith definitely influences my swimming. When I was 13, I got a shoulder injury. I was pretty good for my age at that point, and I was kind of cocky, thought I was the biggest, baddest thing around. And I got that shoulder injury and it really set me back. And it was a very humbling experience, and it helped me grow closer to the Lord and just learn to lean on Him and realize that I'm not able to do this because of my own strength. It's God that lives in me that's enabling me to be able to swim and finish a race. There's a huge stereotype in swimming that Black people can't swim. And that was one of my motivations for starting swimming. that I had originally said when I was little. I was like, I want to be like the first Black woman to go to the Olympics. That has been done now, but you know, like back then when I was starting swimming, like that wasn't actually a thing. And it's just really cool to see how things are starting to evolve, and that was like part of my reasoning behind trying to start swimming. Juggling swimming and doing pre-med is definitely not a cakewalk, and a lot of people can attest to that, because I know a lot of athletes that have tried to do this track and have had to change. But because I'm so determined that I want to be a doctor, because this whole like ethnic minority thing is not only like in swimming and sports, like it's everywhere. It's the job field, it's everything. Like, you know, kind of gets me like worked up, and it kind of fuels my fire and like makes me want to, you know, continue what I'm doing, to prove them wrong and be like, you say that we can't do this, but we can. I don't think it's fun to just do easy stuff. Like, I want to challenge myself. It's tough, it's hard, but I only get one life. I gotta live it to the fullest, you know, and why not do something difficult and succeed at something difficult, you know? Just being able to look back and say, like, I did that, and I'm here now, and that helped me be the person that I am today. I think I'll just be able to look back and just thank God and be grateful for that experience and all the people that I was able to share that with.
Thanks to Mike O'Neill for that great piece. Well, on last week's show, we introduced you to a Liberty golfer and Zimbabwe native, Kieran Vincent. This week, he garnered recognition from the Virginia Sports Information Directors. Vincent has been named the top men's golfer, rookie golfer that is, in the state of Virginia. He's just the second golfer in program history to achieve this honor. Also recognized were two of Vincent's teammates. Isaiah Logue was named first-team All-State, while Mickey DeMorat earned second-team honors. Liberty finished the 2016-17 season ranked 49th in the nation.
Some big news coming out of the Liberty Club Sports Department. Former D2 men's head coach Chris Lowe's has been named Paul Broomfield's successor and has become the second head coach in women's D1 hockey history. Coach Lowe's comes off back-to-back national championship appearances with the men's D2 team and is inheriting a women's D1 team that is primed to be in the national championship picture for the foreseeable future. Coach Lowe's will round out his staff with Justin Forth and former NCAA Division I Robert Morris hockey player Leah Carlson. Well, coming up, when the game he loves is taken away, one football coach finds his inspiration to keep fighting.
That and a big win for one Liberty student when Game On returns.
Did you ever decide what you're gonna do this summer?
Maybe number 4.
The Trans Am? That's awesome, man.
You're gonna run across America. Do you have any idea what you put us through every time you do one of these things?
I feel like God wants me to do this, to inspire people one last time. What can I expect when I get back?
I don't know.
Hey, welcome back to the show. You know, we all have things in our life that we love, but what happens when one of those things are taken away? Who do you lean on? How do you respond? For football coach Frank Hickson, that answer came in the form of his favorite team, his family. For the Hickson family, football is a way of life.
We love football. We live, breathe, eat, and sleep it all.
Everything's just football. Like football nonstop, all the time. It never ends.
Mostly due to the fact that Frank Hickson has been an NCAA football coach at 10 different schools for over 20 years. That's a lot of moving around, but for the Hickson family, it was an opportunity to grow closer together.
You know, a lot of families, you know, aren't successful because of all the moves that were made, and we continued to move and move and move, and we had each other. That made us really close.
Us being close together made the transitions easy. And we always knew that it was about, you know, my dad's career, but he always put the family first. So in terms of moving, you know, he always made the transition easy.
Moving around all the time is hard enough, but Frank's family has a unique challenge that makes things even more difficult. Take it all the way back to 1990. Frank was coaching at the Naval Academy. Following a game in Philadelphia, Frank had a chance to fulfill one of his dreams, but in the process would make a discovery that would forever change his life.
I had a chance to do something I've never done before. I went and ran the Rocky statue. And when I got there, I'm looking at the statue and was amazed that I'm here. And so I'm walking back. Couldn't keep my balance. Something was wrong. My eyesight, I was getting double vision on my left side, and that was probably the longest weekend of my life trying to figure out what in the world was going on with myself, and that was the beginning of the episode, the first episode that was going on.
That episode would be later diagnosed as multiple sclerosis. MS is an autoimmune disorder without cure. In Frank's case, MS attacked his legs. So much so that coaching the game he loved would become dangerous.
On the field, I had to watch my drills and watch the safety of where I am. On the sideline was a very dangerous situation because if something was coming my way, I could not physically get out the way. When I'm at practice, certain drills that I did, I had to modify them so I was not in a situation where I was either run over or in danger.
Eventually, while coaching at Liberty University, the situation would come to a breaking point. Frank and his family would face their most difficult time yet, watching their dad and husband finally be forced to take the step down from coaching.
He made it through that 2008 season, and we knew, I knew, I don't know that he knew, but I knew that it was coming to an end.
You feel helpless when you love somebody so much and you want to see them doing what they love and being happy, and you just can't do anything about it but pray and have faith that God will see it through.
The transition to him no longer coaching was hard. It was hard to watch him have to give up something that he loves. Not because he wanted to, but because of his health.
In early 2016, he would team up with a local trainer to get his legs back. And even though it wasn't for football, this time the reason was that much more important.
With anything in life, you need to know what your why is, and I would ask him, "What's your goal? What's your why?" Well, my why right now is I want to walk my daughter down the aisle.
And not only walk her down the aisle, but to do so without his cane and on his own strength.
First things first. First thing is I've got to walk her down the aisle without a cane. And all my energy, and all my heart, and all my mind is to get that done.
My dad is a fighter. He hasn't given up on himself in this process. He hasn't given up on God. He hasn't given up on his family. And so, him walking me down the aisle without his cane is everything to me. My dad walking me down the aisle without a cane is who he is. The promise that he made to me when I was in the 5th or 6th grade, when he first let me know that he had MS, which was that he was going to be there for me and nothing was going to change. And it just speaks to his will. It speaks to his integrity. It speaks to him not being defeated by a disease that he can't control.
Frank's acts of perseverance and determination gave his daughter a memory that she will never forget, and at the same time, inspires his son to push through any difficulties he may face.
My father set a goal and he met it. And not only did he meet it, he destroyed it. When you see him, limping, or you see him struggling just to even walk, it gives you a better perspective on life. And you just being thankful for what you have and the abilities and the talents that you have, which ultimately is also my inspiration on the field.
Still on his feet, far sideline. To the 40, to the 30, Kennesaw State 20, to the 10, touchdown!
Every time I get tired, every time my legs feel like they're gonna fall off, I don't stop. I can't stop. I don't quit because he doesn't quit.
While MS will continue to remain a battle for the Hicksons day in and day out, this family has decided no matter what the future may hold, they will continue to lean on each other and their faith in God to press on.
You never know what God has up. You just got to go ahead and live it and trust him. Just absolutely trust him.
Still to come, one Liberty student continues to find success in the NASCAR circuit, and we tell you about a great honor the Game On has received. That's when we come back.
Meet William Byron, Liberty University student and Xfinity Series driver of the #9 Chevrolet. Since William was a child, he dreamt of racing. His continued partnership with Liberty University means he's able to pursue his college degree while chasing the checkered flag. Look for William Byron and the Liberty University #9 Chevrolet on race day during the Xfinity Series this season.
You have learned not just how to make a living, but also how to live. You have learned from the teachings of Jesus to live your lives by the great commandment, love God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love your neighbors as yourselves. Liberty's mission is to train young people to succeed in every profession and to be the salt of the earth and the light of the world.
The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. As long as you have pride in your beliefs, courage in your convictions, and faith in your God, then you will not fail.
Hi, I'm Anita, and I'm graduating with a degree in business administration and a minor in psychology. I love Liberty Online because of its flexibility. I can spend time with my family and, go back to the schoolwork later, even if it's at midnight. I can be at home, do my schoolwork in my pajamas, and it's worked out perfect, absolutely perfect. I've been able to help take care of my 3-year-old grandson while his parents work, so that's just been awesome. I didn't take classes for 20 years. I was on unemployment and applying for jobs. I had the experience, but I didn't have the degree that was usually required. Coming back as an older, more mature, wiser person, I did much better. You can do it. Don't underestimate yourself. I totally was underestimating myself, but I am smarter than I thought. I am especially excited to graduate because I will be graduating with my daughter. And I can't wait to see what God has in store for my life.
So you've chosen Liberty University. What's next? Well, you could study here, or here.
Or way out here.
You could build this, catch that, or play this. Sure, you'll have early mornings, long days, and some longer nights. But that's how we grow. No matter who you are, where you live, or what you want to do, your education starts here.
Welcome back to the show. Rhett, you and I have spoken many times about NASCAR driver William Byron. What do we usually call him?
Phenom.
A phenom.
Yes.
And last Saturday shows why. Byron, who's actually a student here at Liberty University, as well as being sponsored by the school for a number of races, won his first ever Xfinity Series race while also becoming the youngest driver to ever win at Iowa Speedway. The 19-year-old also clinches a spot in the NXS playoffs while remaining in third place in the standings.
Exciting for him, exciting times for us as well here at Game On. It was announced that this past weekend we won a regional Emmy Award for one of our stories. The story was about Nathan Norman, a young man battling cancer who has been embraced by the Liberty football team. It's an honor to receive such an award, and an even greater honor to do so because of the young man's inspirational story.
Absolutely. That story produced by Jonah Jabor and is now the second story we've done that's gone on to win an Emmy Award. And you can watch the story itself at our website anytime, gameonlu.com. Just search Nathan Norman.
You can also check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Game On LU, Snapchat. I don't even know how to run that stuff, but you can check us out there.
We have people that do those things for us. Hey, one last thing. This is our very last show in this studio. Now, don't worry, we're not going away. We're going to be moving to a new studio right on Liberty's campus, so be on the lookout for that. And also, we've got a big promotion coming up this next week. Watch out for that on social media as well.
Fun times.
Well, he's Rhett. I'm Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and we plan on seeing you right back here at Game On next time.